lot of different people have used the phrase calm before the storm to describe a situation where something relaxing happens right before something stressful. But what happens when you have multiple storms in a row? Well, today I'm here to tell you. Season 5, Episode 23, Take 1. What is good, everybody? No, that was weak. What is good, everybody? My name is Jake, and welcome back to the One Take series, where we get one chance to reflect on the day. No second chances, no third chances, one take and one take only. You're gonna see pretty much a lot of red, okay? I will not lie. You're gonna see like red for 8 out of the 10 categories. No, we did not do all this stuff, okay? We're going to read the Bible. We are going to do that pretty much right after this. Well, actually, I'm going to get in the shower, and I'm going to brush my teeth and all that stuff, and then I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to read up on the Bible, both the chapters that I need to for today. Other than that, no, we were not able to get to the gym. And by the way, I changed these to like symbols, just to like represent them better. Not only because I was working on problems before this for my 1 p.m. exam, but also just because I feel like it's like a nice stylistic choice. It kind of gives off a better vibe. So, yeah, to go down the rest of the list, everything is no, right? I didn't do anything today because I've just been so busy studying for that midterm tomorrow in that 1 p.m. This guy over here, right? And so it's important to note because I was able to get everything that I need to get done today specifically beforehand, so that way I could just focus exclusively on studying for this midterm, right? In terms of other assignments, just to give you like a quick timeline, linear algebra, besides a quiz, we don't have to worry about until Friday, which is pretty nice. For the Cool that's a Thursday thing. For lab, that's going to be Wednesday, which is tomorrow. I'm planning on like up until the test, which obviously is the 1 p.m. Up until the test, I'm going to be studying and studying and studying for that test and doing nothing else. Because like I said yesterday, how well I do on that test could very well determine what type of action I take towards that class the rest of the semester. There have been several times in the past where I am on, it is an uphill battle where I'm having to try my best to fight from the very bottom, right? Like I said, from Calc 2, I had to go from an F to an A, right? I want to try my best tomorrow to the best of my ability. We'll see how it goes. To try and not have to fight as hard. I want to start out in a good spot so that way we can just focus on other things and not be stressing about it 24/7, okay? For the rest of these, let me see. We got everything we need to get done for the week, which is pretty nice. We just have the lab on Thursday, and then we're good there. And then for the unplanned pregnancy, that is also another thing for Wednesday. So naturally, we have our work cut out for us after we finish the test tomorrow. But needless to say, this test is the thing that's getting done. We are studying for this test, studying. We wake up tomorrow morning, we eat breakfast, we get right to studying. We get to school, we start studying until we have our first class, and then afterwards we're studying for the hour right before the exam. That's literally it. It's study, and we're not gonna stop studying until that exam is over with, because I need to make sure that I can do as well as I possibly can on it. That is pretty much all that happened today, okay? No, I didn't get the greatest amount of sleep. However, sleep is sleep. And honestly, right now I'm able to function off 6 hours. So I wouldn't doubt if I got another 6 hours. I'm gonna try and aim for 7 tonight. But I think like if I end up getting 6 hours, then I end up getting 6 hours. I mean, that's really what it is. As long as I'm awake enough to actually take the test. Well, yeah, you know what? I'll try and aim for 7 hours. I'll do my best to actually aim for that so we have a good amount of sleep going into the test. The practice exam for this, I know I keep talking about this, but this really is the main thing that happened today. So, obviously, this is pretty much what we're going to talk about. It is basically just that midterm, right? So, I'm just going through the only really available resources we have besides the textbook are homework problems, quiz problems, and then a sample midterm that he put. For the midterm, I'm feeling really confident on number 1 because there's 4 problems. Really confident on number 1, like almost really confident on number 4. Semi-confident on number 2, and then not crazy confident on number 3. So I want to make sure that I know that sample front to back before going in there, and I want to make sure that I can do a bunch of homework problems before then as well. Just making sure that everything we've learned up to this point can be stored in my memory, and just hoping that unlike the main quizzes in that class, that there aren't any surprises on the exam. Because that's the thing, like we've been saying, like I've been taking the approach to the class of, well, it's just unfair because I don't know how like the quizzes are going to go, which that is completely still a thing. And I'm so glad for retakes because that really is saving me for that class. But the thing is that when it comes to that class, those quizzes, besides the homework quizzes, are completely unfair. All I have to do right now is just hope that the exams are not like that, where the exams are actually predictable and the exams are representative of what we learned in class. If that is the case, we're good. Another thing is we started learning like a little bit of linear algebra in it, but then in the sample exam, linear algebra didn't pop up. So I'm taking that as a sign of linear algebra is not going to be on the test, but just in case, I am going to look through it just like a little bit, just a little bit, just like in case there's that little fraction that he randomly covers it, even though we've only done it for like 2 days in class or whatever. So that's pretty much that for that, like, I guess, class, right? And so when it comes to the rest of it, one take is doing surprisingly well. We have 2 video. I mean, before, like when I was doing this before, like pretty much in terms of season 2 especially, aka the original season, basically the highest views on a video I believe I got was around like maybe like 9 or something like that, or 10. It was not high, whereas nowadays we are actually able to get 2 videos. One of them, which, I mean, I'm not surprised. Again, like, it was kind of like more of a thing of just what was on my mind. But one of the videos got like above 30 views, and then another one got above 20 views. So, I mean, you know, people are starting to get interested. There are people more consistently liking the videos, as opposed to just a few, like 1 or 2 people. Now it's like if there are 9 people viewing a video, then 3 people have liked the video, which, I mean, that's good progress. It's really good progress, and it makes me definitely motivated to at some point get those shorts done so we can start uploading short form content and hopefully inspire more people. So that is pretty much the entire day. The reason why I call it the storm before the storm is because, man, like, it's this class, like I said, I've said it 1,000 times before and I'm going to say it again. It's just something that I'm not feeling confident on. Like, no matter where or how much I study for it, or how much I try to like put effort towards it, it feels like I'm always 2 steps behind in this class. It really did feel a little bit chaotic at certain points today, and that's why I call it the storm before the storm. Because I mean, I'm not gonna stop stressing about it until it's literally over tomorrow and we get that exam grade back. So, I mean, you know, that's pretty much it. There really isn't much else to touch upon, except also, so just to give you guys like a little bit more like context and stuff like that, you guys are gonna see me in it tomorrow. I've only showed one other person my outfit in it, but if you recall from the last couple of episodes, right, or I guess like this series, I have been talking about how in test days and in exam days, that I have had different outfits, right? And specifically that I always tended to wear the color green when it came to exams, right? During my freshman year, I was, let's see, where is it? Because I know you're in here somewhere. There you are. Okay. And so just to give you guys a reminder, right? When it came to exam days, well, first of all, where it really started, final exam for Calc 2, right? I was wearing this hoodie, the She Wants Me hoodie from the Ducky D store. It's a Ducky D merch item, and like I said, Ducky D is a content creator, and I love him, right? Yeah, I don't know if it came across in the audio. I said I loved him, or I love him, right? Instead of not I left him, because that's probably some people are not going to hear that correctly. But anyways, pretty much the idea behind this was because this was the Calc 2. This is the thing that I took the Calc 2 final in, right? With this and then green pajama pants. And the reason why it meant so much to me was because I was wearing it as a sign of just relax. Like, you had an F before in this class, like, just take it easy, don't stress about it, you got it, right? I showed up in just comfortable clothes, and just the entire time, like, I was just super relaxed, I was chilled out, and I wasn't stressing about it too much, right? While I was taking the exam. Naturally, after I got an A in the class, because I got a 95.67 on the final, it became a good omen to me, right? And so I wore it for a little bit during exams, right? The exam days specifically, so that way I would be nice and relaxed, right? Eventually, sophomore year, because I was naturally wearing the hoodie, the gray hoodie that I was bringing up in episode 1 and all other episodes, I was wearing this on exam days, right? This one right here. And so, like I said, it was a very nice one. I honestly think it was comfier than the She Wants Me hoodie, but it was cool because instead of just the gray, this was specifically for semester 4 as well. Because basically on normal days I would always wear the gray hoodie, and then specifically on exam days is where I wear the green, right? So naturally, we had to get something this semester, and probably for next like semester as well, and probably honestly for a long time. I mean, honestly, like don't know what my senior year outfits are gonna look like. I assume they're gonna look kind of similar to this, but basically, I wanted something similar to it, right? Because Monday we basically have Monday is navy blue in terms of like without the testing, right? Monday is navy blue, Tuesday is gray, Wednesday is royal blue, Thursday is white, and Friday is red, typically, right? It's usually the Reebok shirts. So naturally, we needed an exam day shirt, right? And you guys recall that I wanted to get an army green shirt. Oh my gosh, I tried this on and it is freaking awesome. I love this thing so much. And you guys are gonna see me in it tomorrow, okay? I'm not gonna like show you the whole thing, but let's just say I tried it on and I feel like I'm gonna be very, I'm gonna feel very awesome walking around in this tomorrow. It's even got like a little like side pouch or whatever on one of the sleeves. It's just like, it's so freaking sick. I love it. I wanted an army green shirt, and I got an army green shirt. I mean, it's just freaking beautiful. So, I'm probably gonna name tomorrow's episode something like hand-to-hand combat or something like that, just because we're wearing a shirt that almost like looks like I'm in the army, right? So you know, I just feel like it's good, a cool thing to add to my wardrobe, and I'm really excited. And I'm really pumped for that tomorrow. That is pretty much it. So, what did we learn from today? Well, not much, honestly. We learned that some things you just have to. Ooh, you know what? Yeah, this is the first thing. Is that when you are focused on something, you have to lock in on that one thing. You can't let other distractions get to you. Remember how yesterday I was going into a bunch of Jake lore saying there were two main stories about two different girls, right? That I had last semester or not last semester, but in my sophomore year. And I was talking about the fall semester drama, right? And I was saying, okay, well, like for spring semester drama, like we'll get to that when we get there, like if it's relevant for the plot. Ironically enough, the person, the oh my gosh, dude, crazy. The person that was like the main part of my fourth semester drama, right? That girl, I just so happened to see her walking, not once, but twice today. And both times with her boyfriend, right? Her new boyfriend. And so it was definitely, it caught me a little off guard, but it made me realize just like, besides like when I bring up stories like yesterday, how much I've actually forgotten about her, which is a really good sign, and I'm definitely taking that well. But it's definitely a thing of like, as much as I want to talk about it, especially because like I just so happened to see her twice today, and I mean, that's just a crazy coincidence. I don't have the time to talk about it right now, right? I gotta focus in on specifically this midterm, getting all this stuff done, and then launching back myself, right? We don't have time to focus on other people. And that really is something that people should work on, is that don't focus on others, focus on only yourself, right? If you're like in a swimming race, or if you're on like a track meet or whatever you're doing, and you're running or you're swimming, the second that you look over at the other lanes is the second that other people are going to start going faster than you. So it really is a thing of you just got to keep going, focus on only your movements, and therefore you will end up placing very well, right? So that's number one. Number two is going to be, right, sometimes you look at the things in a day and you see all the things you didn't do. But focus on the things you did, because that is a very important thing. As important as it is to look at what you didn't get done and how you can improve tomorrow, the fact of the matter is that the entire day I was doing this academics specifically so for the midterm we have the best chances we possibly can, right? Yes, I only did one thing, but I did a lot of that one thing specifically so that it would benefit us in the future, okay? So that is number two. And then number three, what is number three gonna be? Oh man. Let's see. What should number three be? You know what? This is okay, a little bit corny, but number 3 today is gonna be sometimes you don't need to have 3 reasons. Let me see. No, but actually, sometimes, I feel like a lot of people they try to add filler, just for the sake of adding it, and they don't really have anything meaningful to add. But truth be told, some things are just more impactful if you don't always have something else to add. Like if you only have like 2 reasons instead of 3, maybe that's not such a bad thing if the third reason isn't really going to be anything meaningful. So just know, usually people don't like filler, so if you feel like you don't have to include something, then don't include it, simply put. That's it for today. Oh my gosh. Alright, so shower, brush teeth, bed, wake up, breakfast, work. That's it. That's the plan. Oh yeah, and I forgot to add or update the work counter. Let me see. But yeah, just to, as I write this on the board, right, I want to just say thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys very, very much. And as soon as I finish writing the word hours, I will see you guys again tomorrow. Cut.